What's cool is that we are as tight of a family. I mean, I dare not call it a community because that just makes it not intimate enough. We're as close of a family as any biological extended family could be.
God seems to be doing something, inviting us into something. But what does it look like as people form the church outside the walls of a building, in the midst of their everyday lives? We discovered that there are really 6 communal practices that people do when they respond to God together in any context. These are the things you will find followers of Jesus doing as they are being the church everywhere. As people form the church in the midst of their everyday life, they really and truly love each other. I think we see, birds in flight and the way that they fly in a V, and there's a lot of science behind the way that allows them to move more efficiently and to make it and carry each other's weight. It's this absolute working together and sharing the load and the way that they move it forward. We find the same thing happening in personal churches. People love each other, support one another, care for one another as they form the church together in the midst of their everyday lives. And I know, Reggie, you've told me actually several stories of that.
But we had a situation where we had a young woman, her name is Holly, and her husband is in the Army Reserves. So he's, every so often he's on drill, and this particular drill, he was out of the state for an extended period of time. And Holly came to our house church, and she shared that she had gotten this letter from her landlord at our apartment complex that said, basically, Holly has 2 young children. Basically, your family's making too much noise, and there's a problem with the people who live below you, and we've expressed this to you over this period of time, and effectively, if this doesn't cease, if we have another issue, by this date, then we're gonna have to go through the process of having you removed. First of all, we're all taken aback because we know this family. So she gets this letter. I've got to go meet with them, and my husband's not here. And I was just, obviously moved by that and said, hey, you know what? When is that meeting? I'll go with you. There's no reason for you to go and deal with that by yourself. So that day came, and, went and met her at her apartment. I walked in with her to meet with her landlord, and it turns out that I knew the landlord. I didn't realize that I knew the landlord, but I did. She has since moved from that place. I just think that so often people don't get to experience that kind of care. Not only can we pray, but there are things that we can do to really, step out of our own comfort zone or step out of our own, normal routine and say, I'm gonna break away from this and take care of you.
Your willingness to do that for nothing in return is awesome. It just speaks and describes the church so much, and for her it probably meant a lot.
You actually took action steps that supported what you believe, and that had to mean the world.
And I think that's really what the distributed church is about. As I'm listening to you, I'm reminded of last year I had one of the families that I know, one of the boys that's wheelchair bound got seriously ill, and he was hospitalized for 2 months. I was alone with him, and he was sleeping, and then he woke up and he was kind of disappointed because he wasn't going to get out. And I literally heard the Lord say, did you tell him what I did today? And I was like, whoa, I almost missed what you did today. Because I'd been praying for those things to happen, and they happened. And then I almost forgot, and so that's when I was able to say to Jonathan, I know it looked like this, But watch, God answered everything we prayed for this morning. The surgery was canceled. They took you off the meds. This happened, this happened, this happened. I left that hospital just flying, you know. But I don't know that I would have picked it up myself had I not been doing the church every day.
Yeah. Reggie, how would you say that this kind of attitude has impacted your group?
Sunday night together is as necessary and as important as any other meal that happens for us, you know, because that's when our whole family gets together and we fellowship and hang out and, you know, laugh and talk and act a fool, whatever. When we're clearing the table, you know, it doesn't matter who it is. Someone just stands up and starts clearing the table and they clear everybody's plate. And everyone's like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. And no one says, oh no, you can't, you know, you're so-and-so, you can't clear the table, you're too important, or, you know, you better clear the table, you know, it's really a true family experience, a true functional family experience. And, you know, just can't say enough about it.